What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another episode of, I almost said the Forgotten Race review, of Tale of Three Dragons, our Patreon Gestalt game. These are going to start coming at you in hour increments. If you're watching on Twitch, remember you can watch the whole kit and caboodle in one shot. If you want to get them in smaller, easier to digest versions.
If you join us on Twitch, you actually get to hear the behind the scenes.
You do. There's definitely a little bit of hangout time because now my players officially can get potty breaks because we'll pause for a second and you can go to the bathroom. Anywho, last time wandering through the Sahir rainforest in, I keep saying that wrong. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm going with what I have in northwestern Tangma. The party came upon a village of tribal Grippleys. They were being attacked by Kappa. They've run off the Kappa pretty handily. A couple scrapes and bruises, bits of hero missing from being chewed on by things that like horses. And there's not going to be a hero point for this. The guys from the package, they got a good deal for a session, because when we cut it at hours, what we did was there was an in-character reflection every time, and they would hero point, hero point, hero point. Ross runs away on camera, so he won't know he's not getting a hero point. Haha. But also, I guess that means, Tiki, you are first. Though it's not worth a hero point, it's 1 hero point per 3 hours. The in-character reflection is still on the table.
Well, that was very unfortunate that we could not come to an agreement with these strange little turtle folk. I wonder what the pool on their head is for. I mean, do they put tea leaves in that thing or what? But anyway, with whatever it is that's making itself known over the hills, I guess I should probably be ready to kill something else.
Accurate.
I did not realize that I would be, having to murder so many things if I left the monastery. But we all do what we have to.
Fair enough. Take that not hero point because it's 1 per 3 hour sessions. I'm just so used to saying that. And to Rask.
Take that pat on the back. Yes.
Take that pat on the back. And now, Tarask's in character reflection.
Ugh. Those creatures decided to attack Farron when we needed him most. Oh well, he will return soon, but I fear not soon enough. Sounds of more enemies approaching does not bode good tidings, although it seems as though Qishong is well aware of my intentions of protecting these people. Things are progressing faster than we desired. What might have been just a simple step through some very interesting terrain has now brewed into a larger concern.
Alrighty, take that pat on the back. And since the last roll was a natural one, this thing is going to attack first. It's Anru, again, certainly has no idea what she's looking at. Tarask might maybe, with some kind of check, be able to figure it out. But the creature is, despite its size, it's pretty low to the ground. It might be like a normal person could walk under it, but like reach up and tag its belly. It kind of looks like a turtle, but considerably like longer, and its back doesn't necessarily have the shell so much. It's just like just looks like a solid of armor with spikes coming out at like almost perfect 15-degree angles, but nature doesn't make straight lines. Its tail culminates in, it looks like a giant club swinging from the back of it, and as it moves through, it doesn't hit the board. Well, it hits the board. It doesn't hit anything on the board, but what its tail touches behind the board, like the bridges and things, they just shatter into a bajillion pieces as this thing lumbers forward. But what's scary is the ballista mounted on its back that a couple of Kappa are manning. We'll keep the initiative as it was for the sake of ease, so Anru will be next. And I moved everybody to stand next to the Gripply as this was going down. The biggest target is Hero. The Kappa like to eat horses. The Kappa don't really know what you are. They were just called in. So we're going to make us a ranged attack. And we add, this is a thing that we have. I got to do quick math. Okay, so this is +7 targeting Hero.
Uh-oh.
And it's so it's an 18 to hit Hero.
Darn it, that's just his AC.
Nice. Okay, so then I need, this is a...
Can Hero use Hero's hero point?
Hero doesn't have hero point.
Oh.
But he's a hero.
He's pretty good. Let me make sure I got the right thing. I want to make sure I'm looking at the right table before I grab a lot of dice and throw them at your faces. I'm pretty sure I do, though. Yeah, I do. Okay, so there's just the one, and the light or heavy variant. That don't make sense. Alright, fair enough. So they add nothing, but this many d8s of damage. So Hero takes 19 damage.
Oh god!
That's
more than half his HP.
As a ballista bolt collides with the side of him. The Gripply panic. They don't move, but they see the thing and they start freaking out. And the like happy jumping from being saved changes over to like they're gonna turn and go hide in that corner again. As you guys see another couple of Kappa on the back of the thing. In total, there are 4. 2 Kappa sitting in like a platform on the Ankylo. You didn't hear that. On the creature's back. Loading the ballista, and then 2 more driving it, sitting on its neck. And it goes to Onru. So this thing is... I missed the ruler.
I have a question.
Where's the ruler?
Can I use an acrobatics check to move at half speed to get up the thing?
You could, but it's pretty far away. It's probably like 110 feet away, give or take, right now.
Oh, okay. It's 110 feet away?
Yeah.
All right. How much is it to go around the hole?
You could go around it and you would 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 65, 80. 140, did you say? 90, yep. 100, 10, 20, 30. So you could get pretty close with a double move. You could get within like 40 feet of it with a double move, making your way around.
Okay. I'm going to do that.
Alrighty.
And I'm actually going to do something for the first time.
Okay.
I'm taking my ever-burning double scythe that has the returning feature on it and throwing it at the beast.
Fair enough. Yeah,
not at the beast, but at
good.
Not at the beast. Excuse me, at the thing firing things.
Okay, sure, you can do that. So there's one move action to get there, right?
Yeah, it's one move action to get there, and it's a plus 13 for the ranged attack.
Alrighty, so you've got a 6 plus 13 does hit.
Okay,
same amount of damage.
10 plus 10.
Alrighty, so... Man, I can never get that right. Go dice! There we go. So 15 points of damage are assigned to one of the Kappa. As it's reloading, the scythe just like across and hits it in the back. It leans forward, it says something in Tribal Aquan, and the ballista, as they're reloading, it turns in your direction, Tarask.
It would return, the spinning thing returns to me.
Right.
I'm gonna look over to Hero and kind of just gesture for Hero to like take cover, and have Hero just move out of the way to take cover.
Okay.
With the ballista will be able to hit him there, so I'm gonna have him just go down in here.
That works.
Like just, and then I'll also, can I still make round action, but just like have a free action?
It depends on the nature of the free action. Maybe.
Point at the gremlins and just like point at like the direction Hero's going, like go, like, get away from it.
Yeah, you don't really have to. Talking is a free action. Oops, I grabbed the board. Damn you, board, stay there. They basically just scatter as this is all going on. Some of them, they will crawl
like
down.
just
Down
get
gets
out of the
killed.
way.
They do so. Does not take a lot of persuasion. The ballista bolt's like bigger than like 3 of them laying down.
I will then use my round to cast Summon Monster 2 from my list. Let me just quickly check all the stuff I gotta be aware of because of the Conjuration School and all that sort of stuff. I'm pretty certain, first off, I have Spell Focus Conjuration. I have, and because of my class focus of Conjuration, that makes it so that way, Summoner's Charm, essentially I get 2 additional rounds on top of the 3 rounds because of the fact I'm a 3rd level sorcerer. Or sorcerer, wizard.
Okay, fair enough, we can do that. I'm gonna... This Gripply represents the air elemental. Easiest way to do that. I wasn't prepped for a summoner, so I don't have a lot of tokens saved right now. So just move that guy.
We could just go with like a... We could just go with letters.
Yeah, he'll be fine. He
works.
works. We know which one is which. I'll even... Now he's turned
which
that
one is
way.
he?
The one that's spinning.
That way, okay. And then I'm gonna summon him 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, I'm gonna summon him here.
Okay, fair enough. So that takes Tarask's full round action to call the winds together, pray a quick mantra to Kijang, and the winds coalesce. But the summoned creature, if I remember correctly, can't act right now.
Huh?
The summoned creature, if I understand it correctly, can't act right now. I don't play for a lot of summoners.
I believe so, yeah. Also, for the record, I used, not my cleric stuff, I used...
Use a wizard spell?
I used my wizard spell slot. I specifically used my school spell slot.
Okay, understood.
Fly speed 100 feet.
Okay. It
So I
definitely
presume...
can reach with 100 feet, yeah.
Can you just fly... I just wanted to fly up onto the back of the creature. And, let me just... I wanted to do a whirlwind attack. Like, on the back of the creature to try and knock off the Kappa.
Okay.
Lift them up and float them away.
Okay, fair enough. So the one of them did fail on a 5 plus, I think I had 6, so I got an 11, so I just barely edge out, and one of the Kappa does get grabbed by the whirlwind. The other one is able to hold on.
Alright, and... I mean, if I can just float over and then just drop it onto the ground somewhere else, that's...
Next turn you can.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Okay, so then it goes to the dude. So they did manage to reload it because they have, like, there's feats together that let them reload a siege engine quicker, but it will stop them being able to reload it super fast now for sure. So this has a -2 on the roll because there's only one of them firing.
What is this roll?
Shooting at Anru with a, this is a +3. I think I have to crit to hit her. But
AC
we're gonna
30.
try. AC, yeah, no, they miss wide. It's like a 5 all told. The Kappa fire the ballista at Honor, and Honor just kind of like doesn't even have to move really. It's just like over top of her head. The beast is going to technically 5 footsteps. It's awkward with how placing and stuff works, but there's nothing saying that it might accidentally hit a Kappa, and there's nothing saying that it might hit, like, the ballista in rules as written. That's what fumbles are for. So what's going to happen is the beast swings its massive tail at the air elemental. Go! Damn it, there it is. So that's a 32 to hit the...
Oh yeah, that hits.
Alrighty, I'm assuming you're immune to... Yeah, you're immune to stunning. 2, 3, bam. It takes... Damn you, RNG. Take my stuff. Still learning how we're... 27 damage.
Oh, yeah, the air elemental's gone.
So it just kind of... The Kappa's, like, technically grabbed, so it would just land as this thing, like, just wheels around faster than you think it should be able to.
The creature? On the ground?
It lands back in its where the ballista is.
Oh gosh, darn it.
You
Okay.
never got a chance to move, and splat goes the air elemental as it is sent back to Kijang's realm in Nirvana. With, again, like, faster than you think this gigantic monster should be able to move. It just turns around and brings its tail to bear. And there, you almost hear the splat. But that's all I have. Well, no, I have 2 more Kappa. They're gonna draw bows, such as they are, and they're going to try to shoot it on through, and they're going to miss wide because I have to crit to hit. So I have a 13, and this is why we use troops most of the time, kids. Go dice! There we go. A 13 and a 10, all told. So both miss pretty wide, and it does go to Anru next.
How far am I from the big creature?
You are 5, 10, 15, you're 25, 30 feet would be a jump onto its back.
Yeah, do I need the acrobatics check for that?
You do.
Plus 12.
Alrighty, so that means you need to get... I forget. There we go. Alright, so it's a 15 all told, which means you don't have enough room for a running start, but you're hasted. So you'd end up getting 3 squares. So you don't quite make it with a 15. You go trying to jump out.
Where do I land?
You land 10 feet away and make an acrobatics check real quick because you are going to fall 20 feet. Go.
Uh-huh.
There we go. So you
Plus
pass. You pass by a mile. You take a single point of falling damage and end up 10 feet away from the thing. The jump looked good, but there wasn't quite enough like back running to get the running start necessary to land on the creature's back.
I have a maneuver then.
Okay.
I will initiate. It is a strike. I basically get to make a 10-foot step movement and make a strike with an additional +6. Or not +6, but D6 damage if it hits.
Okay, sure. Sounds good. So it's still D20 plus
And
plus 13.
yeah,
right?
D20 plus 13.
Okay.
And then a D10 plus 10 plus D6.
So you've got a 6 plus 13 is 19, which just barely, like, you definitely hit the thing, but this thing is essentially just a giant mobile suit of armor. The scythe scrapes across the side of it, and it seems to not notice.
All right,
And
so it literally doesn't do anything to it.
You hit, but, like, you didn't hit his AC, right? Most of his AC is natural armor.
Oh, okay.
Almost all of it, actually. Because he's a big boy. Anyway, it goes to Tarask. I'm being corrected in Twitch. The summon should have showed up now. So I'm a kind GM the first time, and I don't often have summoners, so now we know. Summon monster is a full round action, at the top of your next round it appears.
Okay, cool. Well then.
Rules lawyers are important. These rules are complicated.
no.
This game is hard.
I'm just gonna do some light cursing underneath my breath. 15, 20. If I just take a full round action to sprint, that's fine, right?
The run action is a straight line, but you could double move, yeah.
Okay, double move. And then 5, 10, 15, another 20. That brings me up to here.
Alrighty, if
I'll
that's
just double move.
if that's all, with that second Kappa back, they're able to reload the ballista. This time they definitely, though there's not like a rules as written precedent, there's no way they can hit Onru with a ballista mounted on the back of this thing. So they're gonna target Tarask. Catch! That's in my threat range. That's a critical. A ballista crits on 19 and 20. Boy.
Oh, you've gotta be kidding me.
I'm not kidding you. So all told,
You just killed Tarask.
Yeah.
21 damage. There's no
alive.
multiplier. It's just 6d8, not 3d8. The ballista goes like basically right in your head carriage as you turn the corner, and these guys see you and they turn honking and squawking and aquaing, just boom. And it connects hard. It hurts real bad. Then we're going to the other two Kappa. They essentially take 5-foot steps back off of the creature's neck because it's pretty flat like a turtle, and they make their way back up to where the ballista is, and the beast itself is going to now bring its tail down on Onru. I rolled bad, though. I rolled not the best. I rolled a 4, so it's an 18 to hit, which probably just splashes in the water.
I have a 30.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. It doesn't even, like, you're able to, like, it brings it down. And there's...
Did you confirm that crit?
Oh, yep, hold on, fair enough. I'll confirm that crit real fast with a natural 19.
Oh.
Fair point, fair point. So it's, what's your armor class?
It's a 21.
Okay, so I did confirm. I wouldn't have confirmed on that 4, though. Anyway, the club, and club truly it is, on the back of this thing's tail as it hits is about the size of Onru. She dodges, but there's a huge splash, water everywhere, the Gripply panic, and now it's Onru's turn.
I want to run up the damn tail.
Okay, that will provoke an attack of opportunity. Unless you want...
Can I use acrobatics check? I can move it half. That's 35.
Yep. So what do you add?
Plus 12.
Plus 12, and you rolled a 10, so it's a 22. A 22 probably is not... Yeah, no, 22 does not. You go to move at the thing, and it flicks its tail as if to bat at you, and I've rolled a 5, so it's a 19, and it misses. It's, again, like, it's real shaky, but you're able to run up the thing.
How many Kappa are up there with the ballista?
A total of 4. One of them has been scythed by you.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm going to flurry strike.
Okay.
Which is a maneuver. I get 2 at plus 13.
Alrighty.
I love how all of my flurry stuff says it's at my best.
So a natural 3 is a 16, which hits. A natural 14 is much higher and also hits. For one of the Kappa takes 13 damage. There's a 19 that I dragged. It means nothing. One of the Kappa takes 14 damage. So you run up, the Kappas see you, they begin honking, and it's just 1-2. No one dies, but it goes like right across their throats. Blood begins to like pour out. They're pretty badly wounded. And now it's on to Rosk. Unless you have more.
Yeah. No, I don't have. I don't technically have more. I was thinking about trying to what do you call it? Deeper darkness right now because
would be a thing.
I'm good at that.
Soon. Rosk, what you got?
Yeah, soon.
Your bell was just rung by a very. It's technically piercing damage, but how much bigger this thing is than you is probably more bludgeoning, and it just kind of lays next to you, along with like part of your ear.
I just grit my teeth, look very annoyed. And then, gosh, the problem is I don't have anything that reaches out to that range.
Yeah, it's a big board.
So I'm just gonna, 5, 15, 20 over here, take cover.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna pop one of my potions that I have, one of my healing potions I still have.
Okay, fair enough.
Potion to cure moderate wounds at 3rd level, one of them.
Alrighty, that happens, and now it goes to me. The Kappa are all pretty hurt. They can't reload the ballista, and they don't really have targets, and they're kind of cowards. So, bad roll.
Ugh.
Anyway, what they're going to do is they're going to abandon the creature and take off. It will provoke... Why you do this? Stop moving that. It's not yours.
I'm sorry. I was just trying to slide across the map, and then I guess I selected it somehow. I don't know.
Anywho, it's what's Honor's Dex mod?
My Dex mod?
At least 5, probably.
+7.
+7. Because
Plus
it's going to
7.
provoke... Each one of them provokes once. Natural 19 hits. Doesn't crit, though, right? On a scythe?
Yeah, actually it does, because I get a +1 on any weapon I wield.
Fair enough. And natural 8, it's even more hits. You basically have to fumble. Well, you had a +13. No, yeah. You had 1 or 2 could hit, and a natural 4 hits. Oh, this damage is quadrupled, and I've rolled a 2, so a lot. And then, yeah, there's no point in throwing the dice. It's enough. As they go to run away, Anru, in the flick of the double-ended scythe, 3 of them lose their heads. The other one, who hadn't taken damage yet, would survive, because the most you can do is 20 of his 30 hit points, and off he goes, leaving this thing basically to its own devices. It doesn't really necessarily care if the ballista gets shattered or the howdah gets shattered. It is going to bring its tail up and around, scorpion-esque over itself, probably breaking a lot of things in the process. Trying to get it on Rue. Well, that was a natural 20, but it didn't go in the RNG, so it didn't count. Lucky you. Man, stab it. There we go. And I've rolled a 5, so it's a 19, which misses. The creature will take a move action. Yeah, it's not smart. I am but an animal. With my speed of 30, which provokes from Onru. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. As it does so, it crosses under this bridge here, and the bridge is just no longer a thing. As the beast runs through it and wood goes all over the place, Honor gets an attack of opportunity against it. Honor technically is going on a ride. Plus 13. You said plus 13, right?
Yeah, it's +13.
18, 20. So you've got a 7 plus 13. 20 misses. So you go to swing down. And again, it's just, this thing is nothing but armor as it begins running, and the sound kind of sounds like a honk. It kind of sounds like a...
Do crits always hit, or is it only nat 20s?
It would need to confirm, but you would have confirmed a natural 19, easy peasy.
Alright, yeah.
Anyway, the creature, it kind of sounds like a kind of like a duck, kind of like a lizard together, just like honk roaring as it begins tearing the place apart. And now it's on Unruh.
Move down to where the actually I wouldn't move at all. I'd just pull out my quick draw, pull out my kukri, which seems really awkward, but 17 to 20, and I will be doing a flurry with haste with extra momentum. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 extra hits.
Okay. So how many of them are at plus 13?
They're all at plus 13.
Nice. Okay, fair enough. So then the first one misses with a natural 4.
And
it's a natural
17 to
18 plus 13 would hit. And the confirmation roll is a 5, we're on the second attack, which hit but did not confirm. There's a total of 5 attacks.
Yeah, no, there's 4.
4, then a natural 2 misses, and another natural 2 misses. So one of the attacks connects but doesn't crit. You bring it down, and there are big creatures like this in the Darklands. It's not unlike a giant beetle, and this is normally where you would, it's a kukri, you can't stab, where you would slash in and put your weight forward to cut into it and hit its vital organs. But there's just so much more resistance on this thing than you're used to. What is my damage? My damage is the same as everything, a d10 plus 10.
No, it's not. It's a d10 plus 12.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, because of stuff. Fair enough. Shabam! So it's a grand total of 16 points of damage assigned to the beast. It roar honks again. And Mac Attack has gone away. Where has he gone? It's his turn now. Unless you have a 5-foot step or a swift action or something.
I have a swift action. I'm going to switch to Poisoner stance.
Okay, understood. I want to say... Ross, can you hear me? You're gone. You're gone forever. Okay, fair enough.
Actually, that might not be the name of it. It might be... Anyway, I know what it does. It gives me a +2 DC on poison attacks.
Fair enough. That is the important one. Okay, sure. Well, Ross isn't here right now, so I can't target him.
My AC also goes down by 2, by the way.
Relevant. Okay. So what's going to happen with Ross not here is it's basically just a big, scary one-on-one combat as the beast continues. I'm going to roll a d4 for which direction I'm going to run in, because I'm not smart and I'm scared and something stabbed me. So now it runs back the way it came. It provokes from Unruh. And Unruh has a 17, which is in her threat range. And then an 18, 19, 20, a 21 to confirm. Okay, yeah, it just barely does not confirm. So the creature takes... You rolled a 9,
10
though.
plus 12.
So 21 points of damage. As it continues panicking and freaking out, your kukri is still buried in it, and you twist. And it continues to roar. What was remaining of that bridge gets taken out again, as now it's going to try to swing on you, and all the bad rolls are for me. I have your AC's down by 2. So it's a 19 all told, but I miss wide. Its tail continuing to try to hit the thing that's on top of it, and it's incapable of doing so. And it passes to you.
I'm going to use a maneuver.
Okay.
It's going to be the I think it's Weakening Venom Piranha, I think. But what it does it is a swift action maneuver. The next strike that I make deals an additional 1d4 strength damage. And on the following turn, it deals an additional 1d4 strength damage.
Damn.
But it is a fortitude save of, in this stance, 19.
Okay, fair enough.
So I will be doing my my strike, and that's probably going to be it for this turn.
So is it just the one attack?
Well, actually, I will do it's the one attack, but then I'll be putting my kukri away to renew that strike.
To re-up the quick draw thing. Okay. So I did roll a 3, which it just continues to glance off this thing's armor. It's real big. It's real just plate mail on a stick, basically.
It's fine.
Swing down, nothing happens. It's going to try to swing on you. And now I've rolled an 18. Okay, things are happening. So that comes down to a 32 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, Ross made it. Congratulations. Just in time to watch Andrew take 11 plus 12, 23 damage. As it continues running and freaking out, as you stab down, you go to put away your kukri, and then you get clocked in the back of the head by this gigantic thing, and you gotta make a fort save. What's your mod?
7.
Plus 7, and it's a 3. So as this thing hits Andrew gets her bell rung, pretty much, is what goes down here. It wasn't a critical hit, so it only lasts for 1 round, and it's just dazed, but you are dazed for a round. And Tarask, so glad if you join us. What are you gonna do about it?
Sorry about that.
You're fine.
Had a little bit of a...
It is what it is, you're good.
For football. So how dead is Henri? Why are they still all the way over there?
I'm at 13.
Did they run back to the other side?
They ran
I'm riding the thing around trying to kill it.
Yeah. It's panicking, it's knocked out a bridge, the Gripply are just hiding wherever it is that they could go.
Gosh darn it, I did that
You're fine, you're good. What do though?
Alright. Still can't do anything, it's too far away from me.
Can you get a knowledge nature check from Tarask,
sure.
actually? That's relevant.
Here we go. Oh.
25. Okay, so Tarask has probably never seen a dinosaur before in his time, but as this thing is stomping around, the thought of dinosaurs from books that you've read about this part of the world comes to mind, and you realize the creature you're fighting is what's known as an ankylosaur. It's basically, it's like a turtle with a great club for a tail. When it hits, it's just this big old bone at the back that knocks people out. It's naturally, though, it's a herbivore. The Kappa have probably trained this thing as a beast of war, and it's not necessarily, there are non-combat options to stop a rampaging monster.
I don't know this.
Of course you don't. Yeah, no. You know stab until it stops moving.
Okay. It's naturally an herbivore.
This thing's not aggressive by nature. It's just made to protect itself from bigger dinosaurs that would eat it. Hence the spikes on its back, hence the tail that bops something in the nose.
I'll just shout out, "Scare it away! The thing's an herbivore!"
Yeah, can I roll a perception check to see if I can freaking hear him after having my lights rung?
Your bell was rung pretty hard. Specifically, rung so hard that for the next round you are... I'm not sure exactly what the dazed condition does. A crit stuns you, so that's way worse. I don't have a keen tail, though, so I'm not cool. So, Anru can't take any actions for this round, so you say it, and she's too busy trying to get her life in order, basically. As again, a big old bone tail about the size of her clocked her in the back of the head down to small of back.
I am not helpless though, correct?
Not helpless. You have your okay. There's no penalty on your AC. You just lose a turn, basically.
All right.
Anyway, so that was a free action from Tarask. Tarask realizes the severity of the situation and retains his standard action.
All right.
But the ankylosaur does hear you, and it turns now that there's other stimuli.
Okay, well then, in that case, I'm going to, what's the best way for me to get this thing out of here? I'm trying to think of a good way. How long does this last? Don't want to waste this. Yeah, no, that's not going to be worth it at this point. I'm just going to pop another potion into myself, I guess, then.
Fair enough.
That's the best thing I got going for me, really.
Cool. Now it is the
This thing wants to
ankylosaur's
fight.
turn. It charges you. Anru doesn't need to make a check or anything. She doesn't act for a round, but there's enough real estate back there that respectable, that as it begins running as fast as, and it's faster than it looks like it should be, at Tarask. She might fall over, but there's no danger of falling off. Here's an attack roll. So that's a 32 to hit Tarask.
That hits.
Make a fort save.
Okay.
I think we are going to go to experience after this fight instead of waiting till level 4. This is a little harder than I thought it might be.
21.
Okay. So 24 damage.
Ow.
And I think a 21 just edges it out, I think. Right? No, it doesn't. That's enough to where it hits you and rings your bell, too. You get real, like, real woozy.
What's this thing's condition?
It's been stabbed a couple times. It's hurt. It's definitely taken a considerable amount of wounds, but it's not really stopping.
Well, I'm trying to judge whether or not it's probably a better idea to flee or continue trying to down it.
Well, it does go to your turn in the initiative. It's pretty big. It's pretty mad. It's tearing through this watering hole that the Gripply call home. That said, it probably doesn't have an ability to, like, climb up to where a lot of things are here. It might be able to swing its tail in. But it's also...
Flurry, haste, and momentum.
Fair enough.
Kukri.
Fort plus 13.
And I'm actually switching to pugilist style.
Okay.
So I'm getting an extra d6 on each of those.
Nice. So 15 misses, then it's a natural 18 with a 19 to confirm. So that one hit, third attack is a natural 12 plus 13, which hits. Fourth attack is the same result, 12 plus 13, which hits. So we've hit him 3 times, and then there's a fourth, is that right? Or a fifth, rather?
Yeah, it's 4 hits.
All right, one more.
No, it's just 4 hits.
Oh, well, in that case, that 17 didn't count. So you've hit it 3 times, so it takes 3d6?
No, it takes 3d10 plus 30 plus 3d6.
Gotcha.
Oh, one of those is a crit, so it's 4d10 plus 40 plus 3d6.
Right. The crit didn't confirm. It was a natural 18, then a 19.
Okay, if I did not confirm, then it is 3d10 plus 30 plus 3d6.
Gotcha. So it's 10 damage from the 3d6. Then it's 3d10 plus 30 for 41 more damage. Okay, so it begins to... Honor's made a bit of a hole in this thing's carapace, and you begin to stab down at it, and you get to the point where you're starting to hit meat. Blood begins to pour out of the wound. It begins honk-roaring again, like the top of its voice, reeling back blood everywhere. It's hard to say from your vantage point, but like it seems to be slowing down. It's not feeling the best. And I think that was a full round action. So we go to Tarask.
It was my full round action, yes.
Fair enough. Tarask is stunned for a round. Technically, Hero's not. Just floating that out there. If you feel like kicking an ankylosaur with a horse.
No, I don't.
Fair enough. Okay. In that case, this thing has now sustained enough damage that it is more concerned with getting away from the thing on its back. So I'm gonna rule this like it's trampling, I guess. Basically, it's gonna stop, drop, and roll because there's something stabbing at it and it can't quite reach at it. So either
reflex save?
One of two things happens. Either it provokes an attack of opportunity and you'll take the damage as it rolls in the water, or you can make a reflex save to try to jump off.
I'm gonna reflex to get away.
All right, fair enough. What do we add to that?
Plus 11.
Your best save. Plus 11. So 11 plus 4 is a 17. Or no, it is not. What? That's a 15. I'm good at math and hungry. 15 does fail. You try to like jump off, and as you do, that's when it turns. So not the full damage of its tail. We'll say it does because it doesn't have.
I certainly hope not. I've got 13 hit points.
It does 8 damage, and
hooray! You
land in the water, and as that happens, it's going to start making its way out. Tarask and Honor basically have like one more action before combat would end. unless you really want to just chase this thing down.
Oh, if it's leaving, I'm considering this a one fight.
Fair enough.
Channel energy and another potion for myself.
Okay. The Ankylosaur is close enough that it does heal for 7.
Oh, love of goodness.
The power of Kijang wafts over the board. Anru gets healed for 7. The Ankylosaur heals a little. It kind of, like, when that happens, it panics a little less. And it stops where it's at. It doesn't seem to be hostile. It's still a little nervous, but it's not, like, full-bore run away.
Oh, upon seeing that, like, kind of slowly come down a bit, a distance away from it, like, hands still up, distance away.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'll channel energy again.
Okay. Yeah, we can call it off initiative. That'll be fine. Okay, 5 more damage is thrown around. As you get where you're going, to move there that's about a 20-foot drop.
Right.
So you would take damage or have another way around, basically. There's no ladder or anything.
Can Anru not just, like, jump underneath and, like, catch me?
Yeah, that is a thing you could do. That's fair. Okay, there's some advanced acrobatics.
To it.
Yeah. Fair enough. 5 more damage goes back onto the Ankylosaur. It turns in your direction, and it's real big. This thing is not small by any measure of anything at all. It's probably several thousand, lots of pounds. I was hoping there'd be a more accurate something. I can use the Wikipedia. There we go. Thanks, Wikipedia. Its head is about as big as all of you, though, if not a little bigger, and it moves forward and sniffs in your direct. Well, no, it's a reptile. It doesn't sniff. It, like, moves forward and just kind of, like, its head gets right in front of you. You begin, as you walk towards it like that, there's definitely bits of shattered ballista all throughout there where it barrel rolled.
Yeah. As it kind of comes closer to me, I'll hold out a hand, and if it lets me, cast Cure Moderate Wounds on it.
Okay, it does not resist.
So that's 2d8 plus 3 from me. So that's 9.
Goes back to it. Fair enough. It doesn't boop you, but it kind of, like, you would have to touch it for this to happen, and your paw is about the size of one of its nostrils, probably. You reach up and touch it, and you feel it relax. Its muscles cease to be as tense as it was. It almost, like, to sit down is a little awkward because its legs are a little too short for how big it is. So it's kind of more just like the legs go weird out a little bit. Or no, it's like a turtle. It would, like, push down. Almost like reverse bench pressing, almost. Like, it would bring the weights down, and that's how it sits.
I'm just kind of
looking over to Tarask. The heck are you healing that thing for?
I'm gonna try and climb up on it.
Okay.
Does it stop me from doing that?
Make a climb check. It does not resist.
Okay.
That was in character, by the way, when she asked you why the hell are you trying to heal that thing.
11.
All right. The Ankylosaur has several sharp pointies along its shell, and it has a couple of horns that go back on its head as well. So there's no ladder, there's no rope, nothing like that. There might have been something on the wrecked platform that the ballista was on that is now very dead on its back somewhere, but now it's lost in the water. The water is, it's not that deep. It gets deeper the farther, like, towards the very back of it. That's where the deeper bits go. Here, it's probably, like, chest high to Tarask. Mm-hmm. But there's enough bony bits that you can climb up onto it. It doesn't do anything. It just kind of stands.
I kind of just, like, sit where the riders sat.
Okay.
Just kind of, like, sit down. Just kind of rub it a bit. And I'll cast, I'll just use, another one of my last 2 channel energies to just heal all 3 of us.
Okay. The Gripply approach this thing as well.
11.
11 back. Nice. It's still pretty beat up. Honor did a lot of damage on that last full attack. When attacks start getting through, it hurts. The Gripply
I'm just gonna
move up to it as well.
I'm just like... I just pet it. I'm just like keeping it like, good boy.
Fair enough.
Or girl. Can't really tell.
Hard to say. The Gripply have clearly seen this kind of thing before. They're not scared of it now that it's not freaking out. They move up to it as well, and for some of them it's probably the first time they've seen one up this close. They continue to talk in the language you can't understand now without Farron. They seem relieved. They seem thankful that you guys showed up, certainly, but the specifics are hard to say.
Trask.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you've got the tents, bring them down. We're gonna rest here.
Why would I have the tents?
To be honest, they're probably like saddlebags on Hero.
Yeah, I was about to say, I just kind of like look at you like, I'm a small rat folk.
That thing hit me in the head with its tail. I don't know, okay?
1 + 1 = 5 if you're on right now, because that's how many Tarasks are spinning. Because when an Ankylosaur hits you with its cudgel, it hurts.
I'd give a whistle for Hero.
He makes his way over. There's no real good way for him to get down. He's just gonna jump. He'll be fine. He's an NPC horse. It's good. Minus the ballista bolt in his chest.
I'd see a. But I'm checking my heal check. I only have a +4. What's your heal check, Trask?
Mine is a plus. At the moment, is a +8. What's up?
We gotta get this ballista bolt out of this horse's chest so that we can heal it. You've been wasting all of our heals on that thing.
Trask is able to take care of it. It's awkward. Yeah. It's pretty big, so there's probably a lot of like the Gripply realize what's happening, and betwixt all like I put 10 on the board, all 10 of them, and you like yanking with all your might. Out it does indeed come with a splash in the water.
Alright, I'll go ahead and just cast my last channel wounds. So that's another 7 for everyone.
Okay.
Including...
Alright.
The Gripply produce a... They don't like secrete it so much as like they have little like... Back in their hovels alongside here, they bring out... Tarask would identify... Like, you make a potion. You take the ingredients and you brew them, and over time, lots of cool things happen. And you can do magical effects and stuff. But for these guys, it's more of, like, find the ingredients, get some water and a mortar and pestle, and, like, go at it until a paste is made, and they begin. So betwixt that and all of the tribal remedies that the Gripply have, all 3 of you and the Ankylosaur are brought to full. The Ankylosaur begins. There's several... Like, around where all the tokens are on the board, there's several, like, leafy plants that are sticking out of the water, and it begins just, like, aimlessly grazing on them.
Okay. I'd find one of the dead, what do you call it?
Kappa?
Kappa that hasn't lost all its water, and clean my my weapons and its head water.
Fair enough. Okay.
Oh my god.
The Gripply, like, through this whole, like, affair, they continue to try to speak to you. They don't seem to quite realize that you can't understand them. Some of them kind of like puff up a little indignantly, as if they're like, "You're rude to me."
I would touch my lips, then my ears, and shrug.
Ah, fair. Here's a linguistics check. What's your mod?
+11.
+11. So it's a 16. They don't quite understand, but they get the idea that you want them to be quiet. And so they do, and they simply go back to... As the Ankylosaur goes to eating... Basically, these little leafy plants are about as big as, like, Tarask is, so its giant head comes down and just... Now there's no plant there anymore. And it continues to munch happily. The Gripply pulling both of you, like, back up. And like in the direction of, because they have a climb speed. They can. There's no ladders here because they just beep, 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 up the wall, and they make their way back to like where these little makeshift fires have been put together. Oop. There are. I keep grabbing the board. I gotta get out of that habit and/or learn how to lock the thing. But there are several sticks over the fire. The sticks have They look like beetles, about the size of like a human hand. One of them like pulls out of the fire, holds at like arm's length from it out, and its tongue out, pulls it off the stick. It munches happily. They turn towards you two and hold out the same, offering food.
Trask
I'd
will
reach
take
it.
one and eat it.
As would I.
The drow and the rat are not afraid of eating bugs. That's fair. So
I mean, I'm a rat folk.
We're from the Underdark. This is normal
I'm
fare
not,
for
I'm not
Underdark.
from the Underdark.
you are ancestrally
Actually,
speaking.
Rat folk are.
The rat folk from Tiansha
Ancestrally.
are from the Darklands, yeah.
Ancestrally, yeah. My character
Okay.
ain't.
Well, I am directly from it. So this is underground fare. I love this.
Oh yeah, no, this is probably hell. Even for Tarask, it's still probably kind of normal because he's a rat folk. They can tend to eat a lot of things, and
Yeah, you can. There's a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
mean,
food
the
a
only
rat
thing-
can
the
eat and
only-
survive for sure.
The only thing better than this would be a good mushroom burger.
Man, I'm getting
damn it!
hungry
Now I wish Hewley were here.
Hewley shows up. Hello, we are here. You will find Ankylosaurus. Tier 6, big natural armor. Very scary. And then goes away. This was almost elephant in this encounter. Tommy wanted to use dinosaur instead. He chooses Ankylosaur. It's very scary. Anyway, the beetle crunches pretty satisfyingly, and you guys haven't eaten in several hours, plus a near-death experience. So there's a lot of meat on these things as well. It's, despite its appearance, it's not bad.
For the record, just in case. Oop.
What?
I cast Purify Food and Drink.
Oh, sure. Okay, you cast it. It seemed fine.
I assume it's unnecessary, but still.
Got to err on the side of
Well,
awesome.
they are frog people. They are frog people. It could be that they're eating things that make them poisonous.
Actually, you know what? Hang on. That is relevant. Let me, So
Because that is how frogs normally get their
36.
toxin.
Yeah, that's fair. And a lot of things... can I get a knowledge nature check, actually, real quick, from just Tarask? Well, Anru could make it, too.
Plus 10.
It's a higher DC from Anru. But
gosh.
you guys roll the same. So betwixt the two of you, putting your heads together, when Tarask casts Purify Food and Drink, nothing happens. The creature doesn't, or the beetle rather, doesn't like change at all. There's no like, Tarask doesn't feel the spell resolve, but it still probably wasn't the worst idea because there are a lot of different like strains of bacteria and things in this jungle that would exist only in the conditions of a jungle. They certainly wouldn't exist in the Darklands. They wouldn't exist up in the mountains of the monastery. So whether or not it was
Parasite eggs.
poisonous, like there's probably some worms in it that your body's not used to reacting to. So it was probably for the best that spell was cast.
Yeah.
And good.
I touch my mouth and put my hands together and bow to the people who gave me food.
They seem to understand that much at least, and they bow and continue to eat. And if we're resting for the night here, this might be a good place to call it for tonight. Again, if you're watching on Twitch, BRB.
Yep.
But for those of you on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe for more videos. The next episode of A Tale of Three Dragons will come at you next Thursday. Say bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.